Okay, I guess we can start now. Hi everyone. So ये पहला पॉडकास्ट है फ्रॉम दिसापो 2026 एंड ये यूट्यूब में भी जाएगा एंड तुम लोग के लिए जो भी एनरोल्ड है, जैसे मेरे जो डिजाइन एंड स्केचिंग क्लास है उनमें उसमें एनरोल है तो तुम लोगों के लिए एक्सेस है। कोई सेल्फ प्रिपरेशन किट ले रहा है तो उनके लिए एक्सेस है यहाँ पर आने का एंड इनसे बात करने का, whoever I will be calling. So today the first guest is Ritu Nanda. So she is from Kerala, right?
Yes,
You're from Kerala, but she was in Pune, Maharashtra.
Mumbai. I was in Mumbai.
Mumbai. You are in Mumbai, yeah. So and she have joined TISA last year and इस बार उसने बहुत सारे अलग अलग कॉलेजेस में उसका एंट्री हुआ. Now she is in IIT Delhi. Cutting short, although we will be asking about her what was her journey, but बहुत शॉर्टकट में मैं बोलता हूँ कि जितना मैं रितु को जानता हूँ, she was brave because there are a lot of things that had happened with her. And after those struggle, we will discuss कि exactly क्या क्या हुआ था. But काफी चीजें हो गया था उसके लाइफ में. After those struggle, after fighting from those things, and then getting into NID, getting into IIT, सब जगह पे crack करना was good thing that I guess people should learn from her. एंड द बेस्ट पार्ट व्हाट आई कैन हाईलाइट इज कि लाइक मुझे ह्यूमन नहीं बनाना आता है, बट that thing completely changed by the end, like before even going to the exam. So I guess that's one thing that she will also talk about. But हाँ, चलो let's start एक एक करके, ठीक है? Yeah.
Okay.
So hi Ritu, can you give some small introduction, like बहुत short, although हम लोग लंबा खींचेंगे, we'll pull it, but
Yeah, okay.
really short introduction. Yeah.
Okay. Hi guys. I'm Hrithu Nanda. Actually, it's a single name. Okay, I just split into two because everyone can read it easily. I'm from Kerala, Calicut district, and I have done my schooling and everything in Kerala only. And after that, I moved to Chennai for my bachelor's, and I have done my bachelor's in footwear designing. Maybe it might be new for few of you. Actually, it was new for me also, but I completed the course. It was a 4-year degree course. And actually, my design knowledge was it was not that much, even though it's a design college. And after graduating, I joined, you might know the brand Studio, and which comes under Tata Trend. I worked there for 2 years. So this is all my career till now. And I always had this thing. Manas, I'm starting it. I mean, where it started
Just hold
from.
on. Then slowly. If you're planning to start, then I will drive it out. Okay.
Yeah,
मैं खुद करता हूँ. Okay. So just first thing, before even jumping to your judo career, before even jumping to your bachelor's career, I just wanted to know like how interested you were in design.
I don't know. Actually, it started like one of my cousin brother is a designer. So
Okay.
from my childhood, I knew something like, okay, there is something like designing exist. I mean, that is the only knowledge I have, like designing करके college or courses. That this is the all knowledge I knew from childhood. So which was
Okay.
designing was not much common in Kerala at that time. So,
Hmm.
and also somewhere everyone looked down at designers. My family they were like very much interested in designing because as he went there and he was very studious. It's not like he just went. He was very studious and still he chose designing. So that
Okay.
was the point like where I also got turned into designing. And I used to draw, I mean, something that is the level of designing. Like that's how we used to value designing. Okay, she draws, so she can be a designer. This was the,
Hmm.
valuation how we used to do.
Interesting.
So
Hmm.
that was the whole design idea. Then by 11th standard, I was like, okay, I need to do something creative. I
So,
don't want to.
sorry to cut you down. So, is your brother, like cousin brother, have done his bachelor's or master's from a good design college, or was it like
Yeah, he graduated from NID Ahmedabad and post-graduated from IIT Mumbai, I mean
okay,
IDC. But
okay,
we are not that close. I mean, even though he's my first cousin, we have a lot of age gap and also we never grew up together. So we had
okay.
that. Yeah, but he's the one I was always like, oh wow, this guy is doing something amazing. This was my thought about him.
Hmm.
So by 11th standard, I was like, I don't want to do something that everyone does. I want something creative. This was our point. I don't know. Maybe it might sound blunder for few of you. But this was the whole point. And I chose it because I remember I got JE also, which I could have been easily making to NIT, but I didn't go for that. And I belong from a family where everyone are government officials, so they tried to make me to go in that way. Okay, get a job over here, be settled over there. But still, I chose designing. I was like, I need something other than this. This was the whole point. I turned into designing.
So, which was the point? Like, it was on 11th or it was on
It was in
12th?
11th. When I was in 11th, I
11th.
remember. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
So that was the point. I was like, I need something, but that time I didn't prepare or anything. And I never prepared for my bachelor's actually. I just got into some college and I was like, okay, this is footwear designing is something interesting, and I have never heard someone doing it. So I called few alumni over there and they were like pretty fine with it. So I joined there. I could have, now when I'm thinking back, I could have tried for UCEED
So
or NID.
how exactly you joined footwear design? Now, since we are
Actually,
talking about
yeah.
footwear design, so like, was there any exam that was being conducted, or
Yeah,
how
there
what's the
was there
process?
was one exam called that conducted by AICTE.
Okay.
So for
Mm-hmm.
design, I don't know which all college they choose, but
Mm-hmm.
cracking into FTDI is not a big deal, even though I studied there. But I'm telling, FTDI is nothing comparing NID or
But it's a government college, right? Every day is a
it's
government
a
college.
government college like NIFT or NID, which comes under central government, which has 12 campuses around the in India. But still, many of them doesn't know about it just because it's just
Mm.
focused on footwear and the
Mm.
opportunities wise and all. It's more like a protection side, so people very rarely choose that.
So, since you have done your bachelor's in footwear design, and
Uh,
I'm not that much aware about what
yeah.
are the things that are there, so I would like to know a little bit more. Okay. So,
Okay.
first thing I want to know is like, is it like they have only footwear as a domain, or there are subdomains under footwear?
No, there are three courses they are providing. One is footwear design, fashion design, and leather accessory design.
Okay.
And in footwear design or whichever it is, first year will be foundation, and we will be covering this all design foundation things. Second year onwards, we'll start doing footwear designing and its production part. Basically,
But
we
again, like, you were into footwear design. That's the
yes,
reason
I
why
was
you have.
I was into footwear design. Just
But people who will be into fashion design, they will be walking around fashion, and then people
fashion.
who will be around accessories, they will be walking around accessories,
Yes, yes.
right? Okay, so eventually the things that are there were around design itself,
It's around design. Actually, it's
but
more
more like
like
a physical
yes, more like it goes to fashion side only, not to design side.
fashion style.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hope everyone knows the design. I mean, difference between fashion and design, right? I mean, that you have to understand.
Maybe you can give some idea so that they can.
I
Yeah.
recently have heard it somewhere like, uh, suppose if you are taking, okay, I have a bottle. If you're, I'll just explain in very like quickly how I understood it. If this is a bottle, if you are seeing this and if you're feeling like you have to change the form of it, you are thinking like a designer. If you're feeling like you have to put prints and all on it, you're thinking like in a fashion perspective. So that's the
Mm.
huge difference between
Mm.
design and fashion.
Fashion design.
Both are
Mm.
really amazing. I mean, once you enter into it, it's really amazing. Like, but still, you have to be focused on what you want. Really, I think
Mm.
I was always a design person, but I ended up in fashion, which I enjoyed. Actually, I really respect the where I worked and how what I studied. But still,
Okay, so
that
in judo, you're saying that it is more around
fashion.
fashion.
Yes, yes, it's completely a fashion organization. There is no option for
Okay.
designing.
Even though people are working on products itself. So if I talk about Judio, so all the products that they have are around products. So those are products that they're building, right? But
Yes, yes,
still,
that's
it is
correct.
more around fashion, we can
Yes,
say.
yes, it's completely around fashion. We very
Ah.
like rarely get the chance to work on the forms. We work
Hmm.
on the, I mean, aesthetics of the, I mean, how it
Hmm.
looks, how people will
Appealing,
love
yeah,
it.
how
I
it
mean,
looks like.
there is
Hmm.
another different level of strategic, I mean, strategy we have to do to work on it. That's another thing. That's something very huge that we have to learn. I mean, we won't be, it's not that easy, but still, that's entirely different perspectives.
Okay. We'll come to Judio. Let's talk again,
Later on.
going back to bachelor's.
Bachelor's.
So, one thing that I want to know, like, a lot of people might be in a state, mainly for bachelor students, like they didn't got into any NIDs or NIFT or neither IIT. And if they choose to go to this FDDI colleges, how is the placement, or how is the what are the area that they can move after completing their bachelor's? Like, where the people who have moved to other design disciplines, like moving to, say, suppose product design, or maybe UI UX, or maybe interaction, or maybe visual design, were there examples of those kind of students during your time, or no?
I'll tell you, like, FDDI, I got placed, I mean, campus placement,
Mm-hmm.
but uh, it's very limited. Actually, the field is very much competitive field it is. So you have, I mean, whoever it is, I tell them, like, I never thought about getting into campus placement because I never considered it as an option, because I know what is the, I mean, market, because it's very tough to get a job. So what you have to do is, wherever you go, it's not for every day, wherever you go, you have to make your portfolio strong. You have to make your resume strong. That's the all point. So what I did was, I understood after the first year itself, I understood how my college is. So I prepared according to that, because I started learning the things that I'm not able to learn in college from outside. So softwares and all, they very rarely teach software, because that was more into the production side. Like, we make footwears, we stitch footwears, we last footwear. So that was the part. So I understood, just with those purpose, it's I'm not sure whether we will get that kind of I mean, big job. So that's so-called big job, sorry. But still, uh, so what I have done was, I have did my internships in different fields, like in a designer house I have done, in a retail side I have done, in a production side also I have done. So I understood, okay, design side is a thing that works for me, like a retail brand maybe works better for me. I need to design. I can't just make footwear. I can't just be in a designer studio. I need something that I have to use my brain, like, okay, the entire strategy from the beginning to end. I was like, I need all this. So that's available in the retail brand. So I was like, okay, retail is something that works for me better. So I made my portfolio according to that. Actually, the experience I had during my internship, like in Reliance brands, that helped me to get the job to Zudio.
Okay.
So I actually, whichever I consider, like, in 1-2 years you'll understand, wherever you go, you'll understand what you want actually. Actually, here now I am figuring out what I want after my post graduation. So I'm in that figuring out stage again. But when I joined for my bachelor's in 1.5 years, I understood, okay, this is what I want, after doing FD internships. So that I understood, and even before internships also, I was like, okay, I need this. I can get this from this internship. That's how I framed the entire bachelor's. So
Okay.
that made the life.
Just cutting it short, I just want to know, like, there might be questions that people might have, like, मैं अगर FDDI चला जाऊंगा, can I switch my career from design to, like, fashion, or maybe footwear to UI UX? क्योंकि, like, a lot of people, what they do is, like, they don't get good colleges. They will go like FDDI कर लूंगा 4 साल, उसके बाद मैं switch कर लूंगा. Is it possible to switch after getting?
It's possible to switch, but it's not something that I suggest, because that's possible to switch is completely according to us. We'll have to again, because the software knowledge and everything that we'll receive from the college is very less. So I
Okay.
wouldn't have preferred that actually. I won't suggest
Okay.
that also, because
So people do that, right? People do that. It's not like people don't do that. People do
people
that.
people
Switching.
do that, but it's very rare, because it's entirely one domain focused. So we take
Okay. So you're saying
100
that
people.
in the college, the environment is not about switching, but understanding that domain itself,
Understand.
or exploring that area itself, right?
Yes,
That's something what people mostly do.
yes, that's right. So it won't be that easy. I mean, again, it's all up to you, but still, I think if you are someone interested in UI UX or something like that, you can
Hmm.
take something else. No, you don't want to focus. You don't want to. I mean, focus on footwear at all. That's not going to help you anyway. So why
Hmm.
you
True.
can
True. True.
rather go for another private institute, or I don't know.
True.
I'm not much aware of all the colleges,
True.
but still, you can rather go for some other private institute where it's somewhere it's connecting. Even
True.
if you
True.
are not
Got it.
getting exactly the. So there
Got
is
it.
a difference. So I wouldn't have, like, if you're focus, if you want to explore in footwear, you can go. at your own
Hmm.
risk. I mean, you should
Hmm.
understand the market. Like wherever you go, you should know, okay, after 4 साल के बाद what is going to happen, like what are the
Hmm.
market, like market just keep on changing. I mean,
Correct.
demands are keep on changing, but still just get
Hmm.
a rough idea. Okay, this can
Hmm.
be happen, and how my college brand value will help me. Those all things you
Hmm.
keep in your mind, but still,
Hmm.
this is
Okay. Okay. Now talking about your judo. So once you're done with your bachelor's, you went to judo. So, uh, there how long you have worked? Like what
I
was the
worked for
duration?
complete like 2 years completely.
Complete 2 years. Okay. And how is the experience? Like what kind of people joined judo? Like is it like only people passing out from FDDI joined, or
No.
NIFT guys also joined from
Yes,
NIFT, or
yes.
maybe some IITians also joined? Is it like that or no?
Not IITs, because as I mentioned, it's more into fashion side.
Hmm.
NIFT, FDDI, and NID textile and apparel is there, I guess. I'm not sure, like textile.
Yeah, they
Then
have their.
masters is also there for textile and apparel. So they
Okay.
also join as campus place. I mean, they also get
Place.
campus placement. Then,
Hmm.
like once we enter to the fashion brands, it's like switching around the
Around the
different
domains.
brands. Like we
Yeah. That's-
Tata people goes to Reliance, Reliance people goes to ABF. So it's just like a revolving around here and there. So
Mhm.
this is how, but the company is really amazing. Like Tata's Tata's like everyone knows that Tata is
Mhm.
something that works on ethics side. So that ethics is all over their work. So they literally teach us. Teach us. It's I was a management trainee for 1 year, like even though it was a full time, but still the designation was management trainee. So I completely learned for 1 year. At the same time, I was working. So, and the second year, I was able to apply all the things I learned in the my.
Hmm.
So this is how the company was, which is really amazing.
That's,
I'll be always gratitude. I
that's
mean, I always have gratitude to the company I work.
nice, nice. So, okay,
Hmm.
what about workload?
Workload.
Workload in office, like Judio.
Yeah, understood. Like, it's completely up to the department you are working for.
Ah, okay.
I was in footwear, so it was not a burden for me. Like, once we enter to corporate, we might understand. Like, it's like complete your task, and it's basically that. That it's
Hmm.
flexible,
Hmm.
and it's basically like we just need to complete. Like, I never felt it as a burden. Never. I mean, I was enjoying my work.
Hmm. Hmm.
So,
So
I think,
work is there depending on the employee,
yeah,
whether you want to give
employee and
your
the manager,
more effort.
employee
So
and the
you
manager.
employee manager. Okay. Okay, let's skip the Jodio part. Okay, let's skip the
Yeah,
Jodio part and move ahead with the main segment, which is
yes,
the
please.
design part. Okay. So your preparation started like four seed or four masters, four NID.
Uh,
Like is it like you have taken time to think for the exam, or suddenly you decided like okay, 1 year is done, next year I'll be giving the exam? So was it like how exactly it started for the for the
okay.
for the masters?
That's something interesting, actually, even for me. I'm still figuring out like what happened with me. I mean, I'm surprised because of what happened to me. I'll tell you. I always had this plan of resigning from my job once I complete 2 years, because it's not for I. It's like I need to do my masters. So if I get stuck in my job, I'll keep on working. I'll never get the chance to work,
Okay, so,
study
so wait,
further.
hold on. You are saying that you already had a plan
Yeah,
to
yeah. When I joined the job, I decided after 2 years I'll resign, because if I never make that decision, I was like I never wanted to get into that corporate trap that I keep on working, and because as I mentioned, I knew that I lack in design knowledge. I never had that proper design knowledge, so it's my big wish to uh, I mean learn designing.
okay, so which means like
I
while
need a
entering
proper
itself, you
college.
were thinking like I will be doing masters. That
Master.
was your
It was
plan.
my plan. It was my plan always. Oh, sorry, minus 1 second. I'll
Yeah,
just.
yeah, not an issue.
Uh, yeah. So, doing masters was my plan always, because
So,
it's not
so,
like
so, so it's like you got 2 years to prepare for masters. No, can we say that in that way? No,
no, no,
no,
no.
we can't say that. Okay, why no? Because while entering itself, like while entering to job,
Huh.
role itself, you started thinking like I will be doing masters, which means you were getting 2 years for preparation.
Yeah, it's like basically I could have easily gone and started preparing from the beginning, even with
Uh-huh.
doing the job. That was an option I had.
Uh-huh.
But I was, as I mentioned, the job opportunities in footwear is very less. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
what if I won't get into
Okay.
uh,
Masters.
NID or IIT? I'll
Mm-hmm.
have a career gap. So I don't
Correct.
want that career gap. So for a safer side, I was like, I'll work for a now. I'll build my resume. Then I'll be like, okay, I
Mhm.
took a short break. Then I'll prepare. This was the plan. So that's why
Okay.
I never wanted that career gap. That's why I went. But again, I decided after 2 years, I'll take 1 year break and then I'll prepare properly. This was the
Okay.
plan.
Okay. So
And
if you haven't got this year, you would
I,
have taken break and
yeah,
then you would
yeah,
have
definitely,
prepared again.
definitely. Because I
Uh,
resigned from the job, like I had notice period of 3 months. I resigned from the job even without my results. It was never depending
okay.
on my results actually.
Results.
It was
Okay.
depending on my plan, which I have already
You
made in the
already
beginning.
had. That's a really good thing actually. Like for rest of the people who are watching, uh, you should have your plan ready at your hand. Like this is something what I will be doing. If this doesn't work, I will be moving ahead with this approach.
I guys have a backup plan also. It's not like you won't get it. You will get it. You manifest, you will get
Uh,
it. But
but
still,
still,
make the things safer at one side, then prepare. That's something that I will suggest
yes.
because I am the one who panics a lot. I mean, I have anxiety issues, so I never wanted to suffer a lot. So I was like, I'll take a 2 years experience, then I'll take break. Then if it's not, and I was sure that I'll prepare only for 1 year. If it's not happening again, I would have gone for jobs
Okay,
because
okay.
again I was like, oh, it's not about like I had that plan. I really wanted the design knowledge, but still I was not ready to give up on my mental health. That's another thing. So I was like, I'll prepare properly for 1 year. If it's not happening again, I would have gone for job. That's another part. But this is the whole thing. But
Okay. So
actually,
okay.
I didn't wanted that 1 year gap.
Okay. Officially, from when did you started your preparation?
Okay.
Maybe with years, like 2025 November, or maybe 2025 July, or maybe January. Do if just vague also will work close enough. From where
No,
exactly when please which point exactly you have started preparation?
2025 July or August. I mean, whenever your class started, that's the exact time.
That exact point you have started your preparation.
Yeah, that's the
So
time.
before that you haven't given any
Never,
attempt.
never, never, never.
You haven't tried any PYQs, nothing.
Nothing. Nothing means nothing. Because that's the time I was like, I decided like last year. Actually, Shruti inspired me. I mean, my senior. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there is someone Shruti who's studying in IIT Delhi, who's my senior, even from my bachelor's. So her result also came. Then I was like, why can't I give it a try this time? I said trial. I said trial just to understand the question paper. This was the whole point. Then I was discussing with my parents. I'm giving a thought about this. Why can't I give a trial this time? And they were like, okay, try it back so we can see how is it happening. Then my whole point is like, I was thinking I won't be able to prepare because I am having a 9 to 6 job, okay? So, and I was having a maybe overconfidence, we can say. I was like, I'll score itna, so I can consider like without any preparation, I scored this much. So I'll get a motivation that, okay, with preparation, you can achieve more. So maybe I used to think a lot.
Okay, so this I will be scoring this much was your imagination. You're thinking like this much. If I can score, then
I can
maybe
go better than this next year. This was the whole plan. So I found your page one. I know everyone will laugh at this. I really know that. But this is I'm admitting that
that's fine. That's fine. That's good. You're opening up
yeah,
yourself. That's something what I want in my discussion. That is really needed to know like what exactly has happened with during
because
your
I
journey.
think a lot. I think a lot means I overthink a lot. So I was like,
Oh,
if it's not like this, it should go like this. So everything I was matching. So, and I know taking a break from job is a bit difficult thing. Like we'll be earning pretty good and we'll be living alone. Out of sudden, it's everything is getting stopped. We are going back home. We are not like every month we used to get salary. It's not getting so. there are a lot of risk factors there. So to survive that, we need some motivating facts also. So I was building my own motivating facts. So like you should think like this, Hrithu, so you can achieve this. Right? So I was making the route study. So that was the whole thing. So I saw one of my senior who achieved IIT. Then I was like, okay, she also took a break for 1 year. So I was like, okay, then I'll give a trial this time. Next year I'll also take a break. Then I'll appear properly. This was the whole plan. And luckily I got Manas in between. I joined like out of sudden from office I called Manas. Hi, I'm the one who's working in a corporate. I want to prepare with you because my times are not that flexible for another coaching centers, but yours is very convenient for me. Like you start at 9 o'clock, so I can come home, I can prepare my food, I can eat it, then I can attend. This was the whole plan. So I called Manas. Then he was like, okay, fine, pay the fees or whatever, or join. You understand about this? We are having a free session. You do whatever. I didn't think any much because I'm earning money at that time, so I paid the amount without even asking my parents or something. I joined the class. The next day onwards, I started. This was the
Okay,
this
so
happened
there.
in one moment. I mean, 1 minute, everything was done.
Okay,
Which was a trial.
great.
That's another thing.
But
I was like that when I joined Manas also, I was thinking that I won't be able to attend the classes every day. Even I didn't attend every day. That's another part. Because I used to cut like once in a while. And I know Manas will be angry at me because I am pretty sure that he used to get irritated at me a lot. Because I used to behave like a backbencher at the class. So I was like, okay, and after job studying again, that's also till 11, 12 or more than that is a bit hard because I was living alone, far away from my family. And I used to cook my food. I used to clean my home. So everything I have to do myself. So it's emotionally also and physically also, it's a bit task. So I was like, how much ever I can do, I'll do that. That was the whole point.
mm-hmm.
Then, but
Yeah.
I
So
think,
I'll just highlight one thing here.
uh,
Uh, so Ritu, as she was saying that she skipped lot of classes or she
not a
missed
lot, but
something.
still.
Yeah. So that wasn't the complete truth. She has that spark of ideas. She has that knowledge of design. So that was already there within her. It's just that it was needed to be taken out and do some modification on her skills. So she have worked on those stuff, and that worked for her. So that's something what I can say. But yeah, like slowly when we'll discuss, you'll know more facts on what all things he might have gone through. Okay, now talking about the preparation, you have joined me, that's fine. I just wanted to know, like, apart from my classes, how you were preparing. Because my classes, I know, like, I used to take around
Yeah.
2 hours or 3 hours.
Hmm.
But I'm curious to know, and I want them to know
Okay.
what is the importance of self preparation or preparing or giving time to
Hmm.
yourself.
Okay. I'll tell you, my major preparation was definitely with Manas. I mean, so I don't know if you people have attended his classes, you know how deeply, like, we do sit and work, then we'll revise it, like, we'll review it, what are the corrections we have to do. That was the perfect method I've been following. And apart from that, I used to focus on part A myself because, I know after coming home, I really had very less time to work on prepare on. So even if I'm getting some free time in office or somewhere, I really worked even at my tea breaks also. That's another thing in
Hmm.
office. So
So
I
you have also worked as in you have prepared, you have worked for preparation or job you're talking about?
I was working in my office. I mean, I was doing my job. That time
Job,
also,
okay.
in the snacks breaks, I used to do one or two previous year questions like ek ek
That's
karke.
all.
I used to do because that is the whole time I used to get. After coming home, I have another lot of work. So I won't be able to do a lot of things. So
So how
drawing,
do you focus your save mind? Like ideally that's something what had happened with me. Like when I focus on my job, I
we
couldn't sit.
used to get some leisure time, so I used to manage it. I mean, my task I'll complete, and if we go for a chai break or something, that's a long break. So I used to get some sort of time. So I used to
Okay.
do
Okay.
sometimes. So
What
I
about
met,
focusing your shift? Like
no,
shifting your focus?
yeah,
Like,
that's true actually, but it never happened much to me. So I was comfortable.
okay. You're comfortable
One
in
best thing, like if someone over here is working or something, one best thing you can do is you can take a printout of your previous year question or something and keep one
Mhm.
paper with you. So you can do if you get a
So
five.
you used to keep it, like you used to keep
I,
those things.
I used to. I mean, it's like once in a while. I mean, I'm not a person I used to do everything at the office or something. But
Mm-hmm.
whenever I used to get 1 minute, I mean 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something, like if I'm feeling like I can do it that time, I used to do it. And another best part is like if it's on your phone or laptop, iPad or whatever, wherever, you will be lazy to open it and take. But if it's a paper, if it's
True.
handy with you, you can like open it and
Open
that's
it and
the
do
best
it.
thing of my
Right, 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 right. That's a
so
good
that
approach, I
is
would
still
say.
something about part A because part A was the fun I used to focus myself, and
Hmm.
part B was completely with Manas. I just was like, Manas, please help me. I don't know anything. I don't know how to draw humans. I just know how to draw like trees, house, that river, that mountains at the back. This was my drawing skill. So humans. So I have failed at humans multiple times. So I was scared to start again. So that and all I literally learned from Manas only. So I never did myself. Then even Manas has told me multiple times, and my senior Shruti SMN, she asked me to just practice on basics. I mean,
Hmm.
just basics. So that is like we do scribble at somewhere now. I mean, that was my basic practicing.
So, just wanted to know, like, how is your daily routine? Like the initial days routine. Initial days is like I'm talking about August month or
Yeah.
maybe July, because still we have like around uh 4 to 5 months or maybe around 6 months in our hand. So
Hmm.
during that time, what was your preparation routine, or how exactly you were preparing?
Morning, half an hour or 1 hour के पास I used to do my path A. That's P by Q. P by Q mainly. Then
Mhm.
I had a different method of working on P by Q that I'll tell you. Like, or should I tell now?
You
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
That would be
Basically,
interesting.
I think a lot of people work like that. So we'll get few questions. Now, suppose how will um, that view from the ups or counting the surfaces.
Hmm, hmm, hmm,
Considering that one. So
hmm.
if I'm finding one question in just in one question paper, I found that counting the surface or triangle or something. So I'll understand the method there, what is the method is. Then I'll solve the similar multiple ones.
Okay,
So
okay.
basically that thing will get thoroughly in my mind.
That's how I have to calculate, that's the way we have
Aha.
to
So
approach.
one in one question I figure out that this is the way it's happening. So I'll try again and again and again. So if I like solve 5 questions, so it's kind of like I got the idea. So I can do again. I mean different one. So
Hmm, hmm.
that's how I used to do it. So uh, whenever I used to get like in the morning or somewhere, I'll solve one type of questions. That was the whole
So
preparation in
you're talking about type of questions, right?
yes
You pick
type of
one type of
one.
questions and you work on that type and then
Yeah.
complete it.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Like in Google and we just randomly search, we'll get hundreds of questions like that. So it was
Hmm.
never like a like we can get it. This was never a problem. So that is how I used to work. So and honestly, it was not a routine for me because kabhi kabhi
Hmm.
I missed it also. Not kabhi kabhi
Hmm, that's fine.
I missed it a
That's
lot,
fine,
but this
but
is
I
how I
was.
planned. This is how my plan. Okay, like
Oh
this I
yeah.
was working.
Okay.
Then if we can save like 1 hour ke aspas in the morning, it's a really good thing. I mean, we can work like part A or part B. And another thing, it's good to work in the morning because our exams will be also in the morning. So we'll get used to it. Our brain will start working at that time.
Okay.
So we have to make ourselves also to the according to the exams.
Hmm, hmm,
Then
hmm.
part B, like after office only, I'll sit with Manas, and
So
if there
you come back from office around 5 o'clock. In
is
between, you used to give some time, maybe half an hour.
uh,
Whenever there is break,
maximum
you used
half
to
an
give
hour.
some time.
Yeah, and my I'm telling genuinely like the way I prepared is something that anyone can repeat it because I won't suggest it actually. But
Uh-huh.
thinking in another way, if I had more time, I mean, just I'm grateful for my job, but still, if I was not working, I could have used it in a very different way. Like if people are having
That's fine.
time,
That's
it's
fine.
like what?
But even you're walking, you cracked it
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you got some. That's something what I'm trying to understand, like how exactly you've divided the time. Because like morning hours, you have given maybe half an hour or 1 hour.
Huh.
You went to office, you walk, and then between breaks, you again use those papers, printed papers, and you practiced. Now, after coming back, my classes starts from around
8:30.
8:30,
Huh.
9 o'clock, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, do you get time before
No,
that or you no,
really
right? Yeah.
never used to get because
Hmm.
I had this food also I have to cook, so there was kind of things. But I
Hmm.
used to skip that also because if I have some task that Manas has given or something, if I order food or something, I'll arrange it somewhere. Then I used to do like I can get time if I adjust it somewhere, but generally we can consider like I never used to before.
And my classes goes in more than around about 3 hours. Long classes, but
Sometimes
yeah, 3 hours.
there are days that we sat till 11, 1 o'clock also, but it was very
Yeah.
useful. So this was a whole preparation. I
During
mean,
weekdays.
this was the routine.
During during weekdays, but you get time during weekends, right?
Weekends I used to. Weekends, my day starts with, I mean, matlab, once my tasks are done, I start with a PYQ, complete PYQ. Because whatever I have
Is
done,
it like topic based PYQ or are you talking about
it's
complete?
question paper based PYQ. Years ka question paper. Every
And
year.
how you solved it? Like, was it like giving some dedicated time or?
No, initially I started essay because I want to understand the process.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
later
Hmm.
on, by the after I got this IIT issues, and I mean later on, by the near of
Hmm.
the
That
exams,
will come. That is really an
yeah,
interesting thing that has happened with her. But we'll come to that. Yeah.
that's the most
Okay.
interesting.
Now continue. Yeah, continue with the
So,
earlier things. Yeah.
Uh, so uh, initially I used to just solve the question papers because I need time
Hmm.
because I'm not that smart and all. I need time to understand what's. If I'm not
Hmm.
understanding, if I just okay, I'm not getting. I'm just seeing the answer and again closing. That never works for me. That never works.
Hmm.
I mean, actually, that never works for anyone. So
Anyone.
I
Anyone.
need to understand what is happening. I mean, whatever
Hmm.
it is, if I'm not understanding, I'll sit on it. I mean, I need to get that answer. So this was the all weekends used to actually half the day used to go with the PYQ because it
Part A, right?
part
Part A.
and part B both together actually.
Both. So you used to solve both part A and part B PYQs
Part
both.
both of PYQ. If like there is another thing that was a blunder, don't repeat it, but still, uh, I used to imagine like if I'm what we say, if there is a design solution we need, like how can it be? If I'm not getting time to draw it, I used to think this can be like this. It can be like this.
Hmm.
If it was like this, it could have been better. So that
Hmm.
kind of thoughts used to run
Used-
through my mind always.
Hmm.
So that was, I think, I can tell that that's how I used to manage. But uh, I think for a few people or for me also, until we draw it, I'm not that good at drawing. That's why until we draw that, we won't get that exactly in our drawing because drawing is the only way that we express in exam. No, so it should be perfect. So, but still, if you are a person who's not having time to sit and draw, still you can think. At least that's developing inside our brain. So it's
Hmm.
a good thing.
Because this exam is not about just sketching, it's about both.
And everything is up to that moment. That the because how much ever you practice, everything will happen at that moment. At that moment of exam, what you are able to think, that's your entire paper is according to
Hmm.
that. So
Hmm.
to make that quick decision, you have to practice. You have to
Hmm.
think before. You have to draw before. So that's
Hmm.
the think in a reverse way. So everything will be. You have to start thinking. That's all.
Okay, so now we were talking about your initial
Yeah,
phase. So
initial.
initial phase, the complete dependency was on the classes that you were taking.
Yes, yes, yes.
Then the preparation that you were doing on part A, PYQs and everything. Were there any other resources that you were referring during that time?
Actually, not Manas, because I never had time for it. That's the thing. That's the sad part. Actually, I never had time to see
If you
more.
have got time, then you could have
Definitely,
referred.
definitely, definitely. Because that was like I was like I don't remember exactly, but when we had guest lectures in our session, I used to notice the things they used to say because I was like I don't know. I had that thing. It won't happen this time. So I was like, I'll take 1 year ka break. No, so that time I have to catch this also. I used to note down everything. At that time, I heard
Hmm.
a few blogs, tea cup blog or something, something
Yeah.
used to tell. So those kind of lot of things I used to note down because I was like, I had this thought always in my mind that I'm not having enough time now. So when I get proper time, I'll prepare with everything. I'll attend hundreds of mock tests. I never got a chance to attend a mock test. So
Mm.
I was like, I'll do hundreds of mock tests next time. But I don't remember exactly who told that during our session. Someone told that she has done hundreds of mock tests. That and all were like not a dream, but I was like, wow, that girl has done this much. What I'm doing here. So when I get time, I'll do this. I'll do that. So I was like calculating everything for the next year actually. I mean, the year
Mm.
that you people will be appearing now. I was that much plan I had. So think in one way there will be not hundred thousands of people like me who had proper plans. So everyone should have a proper plan. That's another thing.
Mm.
And manifest. always
Okay.
think of you walking through IDC or IIT Delhi or NID Ahmedabad, whatever, or Bangalore or whatever. Think in that way because
It will come to you. Yeah, yeah. Okay, now talking about like the earlier phase were more about learning and knowing.
Hmm.
What about the other month, like November, during like
Uh,
when the exam is coming closer?
Actually, near to my exam, I was not able to prepare, guys.
And the
Unfortunately,
story was your eyes, right?
I
So just I want to highlight again here. So she had an eye issue mid over preparation. So it was which month, Ritu?
November completely mine was gone actually.
Yeah,
October
November. So
half the
till September,
October half the
October.
I used to prepare. I mean, I
She
was
was
regularly
preparing and
do
so
that.
yeah, November time she had this issue of eye trouble, so she couldn't prepare. So how exactly you have struggled or how exactly you have prepared yourself during the time? Because again, preparation is needed, I guess, right? So what you've done?
So my eyes was completely patched up for 2 3 weeks. So that time I was not able to do anything. I mean, I just took leave from my job and I went home because I was like I can't do a lot of things without my mommy's help. That was the condition of mine. So that time I called Manas also. So I was not using mobile phone or iPad, not at all. So I stopped attending classes. I stopped doing anything that related to screen. So what he suggested also, and what I used to do is also, I can read still. Paper is still better. It's not that too bright for me. But at the same time, have taken care of my eyes as well because I didn't never wanted to give much stress to my eyes because I have an exam coming. That is something I'm looking for. So I was like, I don't want to strain my eyes, but I used to do something and all with the. I used to take a lot of break, but I used to prepare also. Mainly questions and part A questions and part B. What I have done mainly is as the initial one, I started again doing basics. I mean, basic things, compositions kind of things and all, which I can draw easily. I mean, I never wanted to give much strain, so I was like, that is how I used to work in that, which is
Hmm.
not, it should not be like that. You should work properly. I mean, that 2 3 months are very much important for
Hmm.
everyone. But still, even though my conditions were very bad, I mean very bad, but still I tried to manage it a lot. That is something I'm somewhere I think like okay, I'm also proud of me because I managed it there because
Hmm.
uh,
Right.
it was a really tough time I was going through
I know.
and
So,
everything is about eye. Some doctors are telling you need a surgery. Some people are telling
hmm.
it will be ठीक हो जाएगा, like time लगेगा, but I'm
Hmm. So
still
at that
going through that phase, guys. This is not a powered glass. This is just for my lens protection. But still, it's fine. It happened.
good
But
that you have given that effort.
yes.
Good that you've given that effort.
Because and another thing I was feeling like somewhere my mummy also told me that like all your efforts for last 2 3 months is going to get weak here. So
Hmm.
I never wanted to fail over the just because of this.
Hmm.
That is something I really had in my mind that you have to do. You can't just let it go. I say so. It was
Hmm.
like I did.
So eventually, so what I can understand from you is during that month, the only thing that worked for you because of this issue was
Mhm.
dealing with actual paper, printing out, and
Yeah,
then
that helped me a lot. A lot means a lot.
hmm, hmm.
So PYQ or whatever, because I can't use screen. So at that point, I never had an option. But still, I think that helped me a lot because somewhere I'm not that a punctual person or something. I feel lazy. I'm a very normal human being. I feel lazy. If I'm not in a mood, I won't do that. This kind of every other things happen with me. So I tried to correct me in this always. If you do this, you can do better. That was the whole point. So
Okay. Now, talking about again, I want to know more about your preparation. So, here are the few things that I want to ask. Like first, how much practice you have done in part B? Like
part B.
the amount of practice,
I think my
sketchings or anything.
sketch. I think my major preparation was part B only because I was weak in part B, so I concentrated on this. So I started from the very beginning, like that and all you'll get to know from Manas itself, but very beginning, like straight lines, circles, ellipses. So I started from the very beginning, like a person who doesn't know drawing at all. I started from that point. I
Hmm.
was at this point, but I started from very low to that.
Very low. Hmm.
So, and from there, I reached till making that composition of like where my three, four people are there in my picture. I reached to that level because that's
Hmm.
because I started from very basic. Like what I suggest is even though you are feeling like you know few things, I mean, you might know it, you might be pretty good at that, but still start from the basic. I mean, get to know everything once again. It's just adding to your knowledge, no? So it's there is no loss. It's only gain.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I started from the very basic and I reached to the top. And I still believe that I have a lot more to go, but still, whatever I got from Manas class was like enough for the exam. Actually. I was able to attend that because after all my exam, I used to call Manas and I was like, I never said that exam was easy for me. I was like, Manas, I was able to draw humans. This was all happiness of mine because that was the thing that I never used to do before.
Hmm.
So that was my major practice was in part B. Part A was like, and I was pretty confident in part A in a way that I know that my I mean strong side is part A and weak side is part B. So I focused more on
Hmm.
part B.
Part B. Okay. So you have given more time to part B.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Hmm.
Like even
Okay.
if I'm not able to do big sketches, as I mentioned, I used to do basic things. I mean, basic composition, if two squares, cubes, cylinders, or so, whatever is. I used to do those kind of compositions also because I know that even if I'm repeating it, I was very sure that it's adding to my knowledge. So I was never concerned about it. I used to do it,
So
whatever.
what will you be advising to the people? Like what should they do? Like must do. Obviously, practicing is one thing.
Yes,
Understanding more fundamentally is another thing. Apart from those things, what are the other things that you will suggest to them in part B, from your learning or from your struggle or?
I will suggest this one only. Start from the basic. Wherever you are at, start from the basic. Understand according to the exam perspective. That's a key point for the exam. Like, see your previous year questions and okay, like revise the questions how they are coming and what all like, especially compositions kind of things are very useful for I mean exams. Like if you are able to plot it properly, like a person can see that oh this person is coming first and next important person is coming next, those kind of properly. I think Manas is the best person to explain. I don't have to explain, but still if you are thinking like
A lot
I
of people will think like I've called you just because just to promote myself. That's something a lot of people will think now. Yeah, it's not like that. Okay, I just called her because she is the one whom I've seen struggling and then she got into the college. So that's the reason I've called. It's not like promoting me. A lot of people might think in that way.
this one only. Start from the basic, you'll reach there. Wherever you start from the basic and understand the things according to the exam perspective and try it. I mean, once you feel like you have achieved, I mean, you have gained the knowledge, you understood how to draw, what to draw, and everything. Now, completely turn it around. How I can plot it very in a really better way for exam. That's the best part. I mean, at the
Hmm. What
end of
about
the
review? What about review? Like, how
review,
important do you think getting
reviews,
review?
review is really important. Like if you're um, sorry, Manas, one second. My
Yeah.
parents are just
Not only should take it.
Okay. They're a bit worried that I have gone too far from Kerala. So, so, and they thought that I might be settled down somewhere near south, but it's not happening. So they have that issue, but it's fine. They're open to anything now.
Later,
So
later, 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 you can say like, okay, I'll be coming to South itself. Don't worry.
I doubt now, but still I am consoling them the same way.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Let's
Okay, I'll
continue. So
continue.
I'm talking about the review part. Like, how important do you think review is according to you?
Review, yeah, review is I consider review as the most important thing because whatever you draw, if you are, I mean, even class or wherever among your friends who knows about it, show them, get their review. They might be having another perspective of it, another perception. Understand that if you're feeling like that's the better one, next time include that one into your work and make a better one. And if you're still feeling mine is better, again think, how can I make my drawing better? Work on it. That's all. I mean, review is one of the most important things. Like, and another thing, once you share your works to someone, they will also share their work. So you can get two people ka perception. So that's something that will help you a lot.
Mhm.
Because everyone are like each individual differs, so everyone has different perspective and everything are really amazing. Like once I joined the college I understood that like different background, different type of talent. So that's, I mean, everyone's perception, if we are getting to know that, we can improve a lot. That's, we can learn from others and be open for criticism also. Like if they are like it's not good, okay, accept it. It's if it they are not understanding us, it's good, okay, accept it. Next time you'll improve it, so you don't have to be shy on that. I was like I mean,
Okay. The another point that I want to discuss is like I want to know like what you have done. So a lot of people do random sketches, and a lot of people focus on PYQs only. What approach did you took? Like doing random sketches or solving PYQs or combine of both?
I did more on PYQ because of my lack of time, because I wanted to cover all my PYQs. That was the fun
Hmm.
thing. I think I have done almost all the PYQs. I mean, whatever is available
How
on.
many times? Like what is it? Number of
I
times you
think
have
you can
attempted?
consider 4 times actually.
Part A and part B both.
Part B, I doubt, but part A, to 4 times for sure.
So easily you're saying four
I
times
mean,
for sure.
part B, sometimes I used to be like, I have done it. So I used to think sometimes. I mean, I can make it better in way. That is not something that you should follow. You should draw it. Actually, that's the correct thing. But part A, 4 times for 100%. So part A, I might have done 4 times.
So, which means like if we have around 20 PYQs, you have done four times,
Yeah.
but 80 times you have attempted those papers and those questions.
Yeah. Maybe not all together. As I mentioned initially, I
Hmm.
used to solve a certain type of question. So in that way, for 4 times, I mean, I'm 100% sure.
Easily.
I don't have any doubts because that was the only thing I have done. So I had to do at least something. No? So that was PYQ was the whole thing that I have done.
That's
And
a really good approach, actually. A lot of people don't do it. Myself, like I have done during that time itself. I have done three times, and I used to say them also, like,
yeah.
keep on doing
Actually,
it.
yeah, from that only I also got. And Manas used to say, and lot of IITians and IDNs used to come to a batch. So they used to say
Hmm.
that.
Say the same thing,
So
yeah.
yeah. So they used to tell about mock tests, they used to tell about PYQ and a lot of things. So whichever was, I mean, whichever I was able to do that time, I did that. That's the thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
So if you have more time, you should do mock test. You should, I mean, you should do all the possibilities and you should do all the things that are available for you, I think.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So that's the thing.
Great. So, like, if you would have got time, so you would have also invested in learning random sketches, or
Definitely.
you? Okay,
Yeah,
then.
I would have invested. I would have invested.
Uh,
Like, uh, I was always sad about my condition in a way that I'm not getting time. Like once
hmm.
we get into that thing, like once we start attending classes, I was like, oh, these people are having time. I am not having that much time. So that thing was always, and I was consoling like, you have 1 year, you can prepare then. Because I don't know why I had that mentality. Manus has asked me multiple times. I was like, it this time though it won't happen. Next year, agli baar
Hmm.
dena padega. This was all the mentality for me.
Okay. Chalo, let's move to the next segment or next stage before exam, like
Ah,
uh, 1 week before exam. What was your condition at that time?
Relax. I mean,
Relax. A lot of people will be in a state where they will be
I know
confused.
you
Like
will.
what?
I mean, before exam, everyone will be very much worried. I was shivering. I was shivering like
Mhm.
anything, but make your mind set for it. You should be focusing on, like, if you start panicking, everything can be missed up. So before exam, you should be like aware of, like, you should be at that point, like, you learn things. Now it's just the application of things and relax. I mean, you should be prepared enough to attend it.
Okay. So you have given two exams, right? Three exams. Did you give NIFT? No, right? You
NIT I
didn't.
didn't apply because I'm already
Okay.
from fashion. I didn't want to.
Fashion. So you've given NID
And
and
I
SEED.
said, yeah.
So NID had happened earlier, right? Like it
Yeah,
was
NID
around
was the first.
December.
Yes.
It happened
December.
first? December, yeah. And then you had this
Seed.
SEED.
Huh.
So talking about this NID, so you have applied for two domain, if I can remember.
No, I applied for
Applied
only
for
one because
one.
I didn't had a chance for two because
Mhm.
last time it was changed, like I was only able to appear for, because my stream was a bit more closer to the fashion. I didn't wanted to take a risk there. So
Mhm.
I applied
Mhm.
for leathers, lifestyle accessories design. And
Mhm.
another two was textile and apparel, which I'm not interested in. So I just wanted to go to lifestyle accessories, which is more like a product design. That is
Product
the
design, yeah.
thing. It's more like a product design. Where product design people see the things at a, maybe a technical side, we can say. Here people see it at an emotional side. I mean,
Correct.
that
Hmm.
was the difference also. So I was like, okay, I'll go for lifestyle accessories design.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
But exam was common for everyone. So
True. It was common for everyone. It
common
was the
for
same paper that came. Okay.
same
So
paper.
how was the experience like before exam and during the exam? Let's talk about before exam. Before NID, how was
Before
the
NID, I was
mindset?
expecting part A, part B. I mean, logical reasoning will be the, and this part, drawing will also will be this. This was the way all of us were prepared. But exam, everything was.
NID being
Actually, for a
NID.
second, I thought, oh, I didn't know that the exam pattern changed because I had a gap, proper gap. I was like, somewhere in between the exam pattern might have changed. But after the exam, only I realized it was a shock for everyone. I thought it was my mistake. I didn't. I was not aware of this. But
Hmm.
only five questions were there, if I'm not wrong. Five questions were there, and like it was. Now I'm mixing both the questions, I guess, NID and IIT.
Fine.
So, drawing based. I mean, we have to think a lot. I mean, just drawing was not there. We have to think. We have to place the things properly. We have to make it visually interesting. That was.
So how exactly the experience was during the NID exam? Like, was the question tough or
I
it was
can't say it's
difficult?
there were tough questions also. So you remember there was a question like pedestrians and cyclists are going through a
Hmm.
road. I mean,
Hmm.
footpath kind of. How can we make signages?
Yeah, yeah, I can
So
remember that.
I thought, like, pedestrians and footpaths, like they have to go through the footpath side only. They can't go to the road side. So itna jagah they have, but how can we differentiate that? That
Hmm.
was a that was a toughest question. I mean, if I'm not wrong, I felt it's very tough because both of them are equally important. I can't just leave them. And if I'm dividing this both portions, cyclists won't be able to take the cycle through there. So that kind of questions were there, which took a lot of time. So another thing, we have to do that time management thing.
Hmm.
So whichever, I don't know, I used to do
So
in a,
how exactly used to manage time? Like time. Since you're
I
talking about
used to
time, I want to know
like
like.
whichever is easy for me. I mean, which I'm finding a bit easy. I used to do that first. Then I used to invest all my time in that.
So did you had any approach beforehand? Like this is how I will be giving the exam, or you haven't any
That
approach?
that I never made for this exam, but that was something that I used to do from my childhood. Whatever exam it is there, I used to finish the easy questions first. Then I'll go for the toughest ones.
So that's something what you do for all kind of
All
exams.
all type of exams.
So easy questions you solve it first, and then
Yeah,
you go for
because
the
I am
difficult.
the person who invests a lot of time for if something is not unfolding for me.
Hmm.
So that can lead to waste of time actually. So if
Hmm.
1 hour, if suppose it's 1 hour exam and two questions are there, one I don't know, I'll keep on thinking for 1 hour. So where I know the answer, I should finish it then think. That was the whole point. I used to manage the time. So I just finished all my ECEs and then I started thinking. Because I know I
Okay.
take time in thinking.
So did you practice in that way before exam, or is it like it came
No,
naturally?
no. It's something that I do always. I didn't practice for this actually. That
Okay.
is something I follow. So I didn't want to practice in that way. I mean, that
Huh.
is something I follow for a long time. So I was like,
Apart from that, since these design exams, like if I talk about NID, if I talk about CEED, these exams are time-bound exams,
yeah.
right? Since we're talking about time, how you used to manage that thing? Like, what are the practice that you used to do, like so that you can complete the
Uh,
paper or complete a set of questions within time? Were there any set of practice that you used to do, or nothing as such?
no, PYQs, I told like I got familiar with PYQs by the end, but initially I never set a time for that. But by the end of the practice, I mean preparation time, I used to keep timer and I
Okay, you
mean
used to give
to
time at, like
yeah
you used to keep time at.
time yes
For part A and part B both.
part 10 part B.
So was there any strategy or technique that you used to apply, like maybe
One
some?
thing I understood during exam, maybe lack of practice might be the one. One thing I understood during the exam was in part A, this thing won't work. Actually, doing the easiest thing first and going to for the next one because you have to have proper time and then only you'll be able to do that thing. I mean,
Hmm.
reading all the questions once, then again coming back and doing that's a tough thing to do. So if that's the case, I think I was not able to do that back and forth thing because I was like doing and going because
Hmm, hmm,
time
hmm, hmm.
was time was a problem there. So
Okay.
practice makes. Uh,
Okay. So now talking about NID, so like just comparing between NID and SEED,
mhm.
we'll talk about SEED, but just comparing NID with SEED, how difficult was NID for you compared to SEED?
I'll tell you, seed, I have a stronger portion called part A. NID may it was not there.
Uh,
So the
uh,
cumulative will come now. So
True, true.
somewhere if the uh, person who checks my paper, who's just
Mm,
focusing on the I mean, drawing skills of mine, they won't do that, but still, they
mm,
wouldn't have selected me. I mean,
correct.
designs are good. I mean, idea is good. Maybe the way I put it on paper may not be pleasing for them. No.
Mm,
So if I had a part A in an ID, I can score in part A also, and if I score both, and I can get the cumulative.
mm,
So
mm.
that was the toughest thing I felt between both the exams.
What exams?
So
Okay.
what I understood is if you are strong in one and weak in another thing, that doesn't make sense. You should practice both equally.
Both of the things, yeah.
Both
So,
equally. That
mm,
both are very much important.
very much important. Okay. Okay. Now talking about seed. Okay. So NID is done. So were there any specific things that you have done before seed, like practicing
Mm,
repeatedly or making notes, or
mm,
any such tricks and techniques that you have kept for yourself that you
not
want to share?
much. Like what I missed during the preparation was actually that didn't come for exam. That's another thing. Bit of GK. GK
Okay.
was something, but actually that's something that I missed during my preparation. So I never gave much importance to GK. I used to do the GK whichever coming in the PYQ. That's all. But I think 1 week before or somewhere I started noting down few GK things. I mean, color theory, monuments, those kind of things. I mean, which is very common for design examinations. So I did few of that. I mean, I started and I mean, not deep into it because I had that thing. There is only less time left.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go deep into that, I might have anxiety attacks. So I was like, no. I just covered it through just Bahasi. I just looked at into that. That's all. Then before exams, what else I have done? Nothing much. The same drawing, same scribbling, same thinking. Mainly thinking. I used to think. I mean, uh design like I was if I used to get something okay I can design it like this if I'm adding this thing to that device it would have been a better design those kind of works I used to think in my mind so
Mm,
even if I'm not getting a time to put it down I mean like draw it and see it If I'm getting a time in exam, I can put it over there. Na? So I used to keep few things ready in my mind. I mean,
Hmm.
what all things we can do.
Okay, so talking about mindset, like, do you had any, like, did you had any specific mindset for both the exams? Like before NID, you had some different mindset, and for C, you have some different mindset, or was it like same
Uh,
mindset that you were taking and going to the exam?
it was almost same, but I think for NID we can go more out of box.
More out of box.
Like
Okay,
I am a person like who thinks my ideas are not I have ideas, but I'm scared to put it into
I
things
know that.
because
Yeah.
you I know it because I worked with foodwares and I worked in a product based company. So I decide only the thing that can be made.
Hmm.
I won't make a footwear with wings because I know it can't fly that easily. So that's the limitation I kept for my designing. So I was always scared to go out of the box. But what I understood during NID exam, I can go out of the box. That the same thing happened with me in studio test also. I went out of the box. That might be the reason I got selected. But said I didn't go that much. I just kept the things same. I'm not same a bit and more than what I used to think, but still, uh, I mean, I didn't ask a robot to serve chai and all. I mean, that was the thing. I mean, which is feasible that I. That's
Hmm. Hmm.
but I think NID line quality and everything are equally important for both exams. But I felt like CEED considers those kind of things better.
Okay,
I
so you're talking about the line quality,
line
the
quality, I mean, neatness,
detailing,
things and
neatness.
all. I think
Uh,
C requires more of it.
More
NID
of it
requires
and
more, I
more
mean,
thought
uh,
process level.
I think
Hmm.
it's like that. Both are like, both we have to go out of box, but still the amount of things that we have to think, I mean, we can go how much ever we want for in NID.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And
Okay. There is another thing that I wanted to ask is motivation. Since you had the eye problem and then before exam, your preparation is that not that good. That's something what you have taught, but like how exactly you've kept yourself motivated during the exam and before exam?
during that, my motivation is like, uh, I never had a motivation for this term actually, but once I got into the preparation, I got that motivation. Like, okay, I'm doing this much. I have to give my exam properly. That was the whole thing. And
Hmm.
during exam also, like hope for the best. That's another thing. But don't get. I know a lot of people who get panics in a way that, oh, what if it's not happening this year? Let it be. We have multiple. See, it doesn't have any age constraints. We have multiple chances. So, if you really want to be in designing, you can give another attempt. I'm not saying you can achieve it this time. I'm not telling that you can't, but still, I mean, don't get panic and make your exam worse. That's another thing. Just focus on it, give it nice try. That's all. I mean, everything. And I think that motivation comes from inside you, how much you want this.
Hmm.
That's completely from inside you. I mean, if you really want it, it will happen. I'm the perfect example. I am sure that I'm the perfect example. And I don't know. I hope all of this for people might be Gen Zs. So Gen Zs focus on manifesting. I'm a Gen Z, but I'm not so Gen Z in my behavior ways. But still, uh, consider you walking through the tunnel of IDC or something. How
Hmm.
proud it will be. So, how proud your parents, how proud your mentor. So that's it. That's a different thing.
True, true. So
That
how was your experience of seed? Like NID, we got it. Like it
Mhm.
was drastic change that you have
Yeah,
experienced.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that is something which happens every year. Okay, so keep in mind that that's NID do every time, and NID is famous for their surprises. They do every year. But what about seed? Like, what was your experience during the exam of seed?
Said I was not. I mean, there was not drastic change, but what they have given in the somewhere in their instruction that animation kind of things might be there. I mean, there was a rotating questions and all, so which I was not used to. That kind of
Hmm.
things tricked me. I mean, which took a lot of time. If you are going through the last year of questions, you might be able to see that. So that moving questions was there. So we need proper attention. We have to give proper attention to the screen, and it can misguide us a lot ways. So that was something that was entirely different. And another thing, there was a lot of questions that related to maths.
Mm.
I don't remember exactly this area kind of, not area
Mm.
exactly, but volume. I don't remember, but a lot of things were there which I didn't do. I didn't do those kind of questions because
You skipped those things.
I skipped. I skipped. I didn't even try because I know if I try, I can get negative marks. So I did not do
Mm.
that.
Mm.
And maths questions were like I never prepared that also. So it was the best option to skip it. And if I am trying to do it, it will take a lot of my time. Where it can be wrong and where I am losing time to do a correct question which I can do. So I sacrificed mine. So I
Mm.
focused on something else. I think most of whoever I interacted with, they also did the same because uh, until you are, I'm not asking you to skip that. Do it if you can. That's an extra plus one. Whoever got into that is your whoever, they might have done that. That's the thing. They might have done that. That's another thing. But still, um, what if you are not very sure? Um, don't risk that much because I have few friends who miss the
Mm.
opportunity because of the
Mm.
negatives.
Mm.
But it's not like you should not take risks. You should take risks sometimes.
Because many a times without not taking risk also creates
Also,
problem.
yeah, you won't be able to cover the cutoff.
So,
So that's
yeah,
the thing.
that's a
You should take risks, but if you are like 85% sure it's not correct, don't do it. And I won't
Mm.
suggest you to risk that because
Mm.
that's the
What
thing.
about part B? Like what was your experience of part B?
Part B was, as I had an NID exam, I was a bit trained for Part B actually. Because
Okay.
even though the exams are not the same, but I was like, this can be the exams coming and all. And in Part B, there was one question that confused me. Like, they have given 2D images,
Mm.
like lot of symbols. Just like, how will I tell that? If you are taking in PPT, PowerPoint presentation, you have an option to add icons. So it's in a black highlighted thing. Those kind of icons they have given. They asked us to create a story. I mean, four boxes. Like we have to fit it in. So that was the toughest question I felt like. The icons were not having any connection. Any connection means any connection. One was a knife, if I'm not wrong. One was a cycle. One was a film ka, that logo kind of thing. So that was like we need to think a story out of it. I mean, quickly. So that much fast, we should be trained for thinking like that. That fast. That's something I have. There I took a lot of time, and I made a like now when I'm thinking, I think I made a good, not good story, but a good idea of thing. I got something not very bad, but still I could have been made better one. What I have did was like as it's a 2D and they have given the instruction, don't change the things. It should be 2D only. So what I have done is 2D mein, I was doubtful that how well I can make a composition and make a story. So I just made this all character into a TV. So
Mm.
just like I was like in TV, those cartoon kind of show goes. So I just made like that. So that I'm not telling man was a perfect one, but still those kind of quick decision making you'll have to make. So you have to prepare for that. For to get prepared for that, you'll have to think a lot before itself. Different questions from that only we'll get that idea. So that's. I mean,
Okay.
practice is everything. Practice is everything.
Yes, actually. So learning or knowing about those things beforehand helps what to do, what to be done during the exam.
Yeah. Yeah.
So talking about like once you're done with the exam,
Huh.
after that, what was the next thing that you have done?
Okay, I wrote the exam and I was satisfied like anything because I was never thinking that I will get or I'll qualify, but I was 100% satisfied that even though I had this much of struggle in my preparations, I was able to attend it pretty good. I was satisfied, like, okay, with all the circumstances, I was able to attend this semester. So if I give a proper time, I will be able to attend it. This was the whole
Mhm.
confidence I was having. And by the time result came, I put my paper also in company. I mean, I was like, it was not because of overconfidence. There are people who ask me, were you overconfident? I was not. I was not at all confident. I was not confident. That was the major thing. But I was already made my mind tell like, I have to do a master's. I have to take a break and prepare properly. So I put paper. Even my manager suggested me like, why can't you wait till the result comes? And she was like, I can even reduce your notice period. So you can, I mean, she gave me like, she was the best manager I have. I don't know whether I'll have someone like that anymore, but she was the best one who she was very supportive. So she gave me like all the options you can do like this. But I was like, no, I'm leaving. I don't have another option. That was the whole option I was having. And after I put paper, after a few days, I got the result. I mean, NID ka result.
Yeah.
I had this one. Not NID's result. First level result came for NID. I got qualified. Then
Hmm.
studio test was the. Then interview was the for CEED. Different interviews were the. So these all things.
So we'll come to that
Interview
portfolio
part.
and studio test. Now talking about the seed result. So let's come to the conclusion. Eventually in seed, what was your score or at least rank?
My score. I don't.
Score,
Okay.
that's fine, not an issue, but
Okay.
rank, what was it?
Rank was 378, which
Hmm.
is not a, I consider it's not as a good rank. It's not a good rank. I mean, if you want to be confident enough that I'll get into a good college, you should score something between 150. I consider it like this. I'm not sure whether Manas can correct me if I'm not wrong, but like if I'm wrong, you can correct me. But still, um, I really had very less hope on my score. It was 378, and whoever I considered with, they were like, less chance. You should make your portfolio better. You should give your interview better. This was the whole point. So
So you had this OBC also, right? Or
I
no?
was I was in OBC
In
and CL.
OBC
I
it
got the
was
score of 73.
73 rank, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It is less actually. In OBC also, if you get 73, like
It's
you are low because 30 40 is something like a good rank or maybe
yes,
20.
yes. 73 is also not good. Like I really had very less option to get into IIT. That's also
Hmm.
IIT Delhi. It's very less chance to get.
Hmm. True.
And after that also I made a lot of mistakes. I mean, uh, I didn't apply for all IITs. That's another thing. But it happened like I didn't apply for Guwahati, which is a really good college.
Hmm.
Uh, I can't even tell the reason over here. So Hyderabad I didn't because the date was over. And please, guys, don't do this ever. That is the
Hmm.
stupidest thing I have done. That's it. It's not about getting
Hmm.
into colleges. It's about exploring. It's about attending interviews. It's about getting a chance in a college like IIT Hyderabad, IIT Guwahati, IIT, IISc Bangalore. Lot of institutes. It's just about giving interviews, giving like showing your talent, like and getting that motivation. Like you are able to do this. It's all about that. And whichever college I was applied was for, I was not able to apply to IISc Bangalore because my cutoff was not, I mean, they had another cutoff, so I was not qualifying it. Then IIT Kanpur I applied, Jodhpur I applied, then Roorkee and Delhi. IDC also. IDC I got rejected. I mean, I was 100%, I mean, sure that the rank was not that good. Then Delhi I attended, it was pretty good. Interview was pretty good. Then Roorkee I attended, that was also fine. Kanpur I couldn't go. Jodhpur I had to sacrifice because of Jodhpur and Roorkee interviews were on the, I mean, continuous date, so I couldn't go for Jodhpur. Kanpur I couldn't go for. It was my last day in office, so I had paper thing. So always I had something to limit me. I don't know why it happened always with me.
And that's fine, right? Eventually
That
you are in a good place now.
yeah. So I don't regret it now, but still, when I'm thinking back, I have always some sugar somewhere. But it's okay, guys. Some
That's fine
good
actually.
is
That
waiting
that
for me.
that that is needed. At least you have a story to tell. This is
Yeah.
something what has happened and now I'm here.
So,
Right.
but whichever I attended, I mean, Roorkee and Delhi, I got into it. And that also, to be honest, I was in waiting list. Then I got selected. I mean,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Delhi, it happened. I was in waiting list 3. I mean, my number was 3. Roorkee, I don't remember exactly. I think 4 or 5 somewhere around. I mean, I guess Roorkee, to, I think they have closed till waiting list 20s or but which was pretty good. I feel like, I mean, it's not a bad thing, but getting that rank, then getting into this college is a big deal, I consider, because but
So,
that's why
what might be the reason that worked for you?
portfolio.
Is
One
it
is
just
portfolio.
portfolio? Yeah,
One
one
is
is portfolio.
portfolio. Next one, how you explain it.
Mm.
I mean, you should have a story to tell. I mean, you should have that. Uh,
Flow.
what we say, you should know how to explain that. Because
Mm.
I consider my communication thing is not that bad. I can explain a thing in a better way, because I'll tell you, I was very much aware of about what I have done. So
Mm.
now how I am talking to you too, because I know what I have done, so I can talk confidently. I don't have to think again. So the
Mm.
same ways, I have done my project. So I know which all things I have gone through. So I
Mm.
can just tell that. That is the story I have to tell. So that was
Correct.
the strong part. So IIT Delhi, people have literally asked me to explain all my portfolio
All the
things.
project.
And
Mm.
I was
Mm.
able to explain that all. I mean, properly. I got the chance to explain everything properly. IIT Roorkee was, as Sam from the bachelor's, means footwear bachelor's background. So they were more curious about footwear and the food. I mean, my work experience things. But they checked my portfolio also, but still. So that was also a good thing for me, because I know everything about. I mean, I'm confident to work in footwear because I have, considering my 4-year bachelor's and 2-year work experience, I have 6 years experience in footwear. So I was able to manage it. So what I understood, you should be like brave or strong enough to explain what you have done
Mm.
in your life or in your portfolio, both ways. So that is the best thing that will help you in interview.
What about NID? What about NID? How was?
NID, NID was like studio test was, but there were 3 questions which I was able to do, which I was very confident in, because I was able to do it properly. Because more into, as I was appearing for lifestyle accessories, more into textile or fashion background, at the same time product, we had to make products, and we have to make physical products. They gave us a marigold flower and asked to recreate it. Same texture, same feeling, same color. So that kind of good tasks were also there. That and all you'll be able to do gradually. It's not a big task once you clear the paper, I feel like. But at that time also, you're that decision making thing will work. I mean, what you should put on paper, because that time you should think, whoever wrote this exam, those selected people are coming for the studio test. So we have to compete with them to get into it. So you
True,
should be
true.
very
Mm.
I mean, quick at the decision making and things.
Correct, correct.
Then in NID interview, they checked my portfolio, but interview was not that great for me, in a way that the thing I'll tell you, they really had a stress test on me. They were checking my stress, like how much pressure I can handle. Literally,
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. Yeah. And I
sometimes
did.
they do. And another thing, there were 4 people were there on my jury interview panel. So one of them were a psychologist.
Mm.
So they keep it. I mean, they'll have one psychologist almost. I mean, in Roorkee also it was there, I guess, if I'm not wrong. So basically, like, masters is something that course we are going to do in 2 years or 2.5 years, which has this big curriculum, and they have compressed into 2 years, and we'll be having workload. We have to manage, because
Mm.
they should understand. They should need to understand that we are able to manage. Then only we'll be
Correct.
able to survive here. I mean,
Mm.
wherever, whichever college you go. So that is the thing. So they'll kind of run a stress test also on you, but it's not a big task if you are confident enough. I'll tell you honest. My interview, NID interview was 20 minutes only, not more than that. I mean, but that 20 minutes was kind of. I really had gone through big stress, and they even tried my drawing ability.
Yes. Okay. Mm.
Like, they were like, I'll tell you, I have done few sketches and all. Then they were like, is it AI generated? I was like, no. Then they were like, how can you prove it? I was like, I can redraw it because I have done it. It's not AI generated, so I can do it again. Even though I was confident, my hands were shivering, but still I have did it again. So it's not like they'll check it properly, but it's like they want to test you. I mean, whether you are confident enough to uh, express yourself. So that's all fine. But it was pretty good. I'm feeling once you complete that, you'll feel proud in a way that, oh, I did it. I mean, I didn't cry during that 20 minutes.
A lot of people do. A lot of people cry. Like,
Yeah. It's all about like we everyone are going with lot of hopes, no? So if
hmm,
somewhere we are feeling like oh it's not going good, we might feel we are humans. We don't have to hold it in. That
hmm,
happens. If you cry also, it doesn't mean that you won't get it. It's just an interview thing. It's up to us. They
hmm,
are not. They are not like they are asking us to cry. It's not like that. It's just happening in that moment. It doesn't matter anyways. But still, you should that there's only one thing that will be we can do is like be confident on your works. I mean whatever you are, be confident yourself, that's the thing. So and even if you want to cry, come out of the interview hall and cry
hmm.
at the room. Leave that alone.
Okay, talking about like interview, I got the point. You had a good
Hmm.
understanding of your portfolio and
Yeah,
then worked a lot, right?
yeah.
Talking about your portfolio, like how was this struggle? How exactly you have approached your portfolio? I know I was there, but for rest of the people, like maybe to give an understanding, what was your approach to portfolio?
Yeah, I'll tell you about my portfolio because as I'm from footwear background, my food portfolio was just with footwear. So I never had anything other than that. So basically, I started from the beginning, and I can't just go with footwear. That will be another thing. So I wanted few another things also in my portfolio. So Manas has given me a task: identify what are the problems you have to solve. So I think I took 2 weeks to figure out what are the problems I need to solve. So so I started with the daily things that I'm seeing. Is there any corrections that I make in design base? So I have noted down a few. Then we had a discussion, and I found which one will be better to solve. That was the whole point. I mean, uh, that was a new project I'm doing. That's how I framed my questions for the book. Then I started solving.
Hmm.
So that was the new project that I've been doing. I have done designed a bag, which is, I mean, good for Mumbai suburban travelers. Then, as there are a lot of pesticides and all in the vegetables, I was like, why can't we have a pesticide killer, like which is convenient for the household world? So there's something like that. That was a new project I have been doing. Then I have added what I do in my office. I mean, studio, like not just designing something that I have done interesting or something was a task for me. So basically, portfolio is all about not about how aesthetically looks good. It's about problems. And one more thing I understood is like find the solution and don't think too much that whether it's going to happen, because I was the one who always thinks what if doesn't happen. If we think like that, we'll be needing lot of, I mean, mechanism to make lot of things happen, and we won't be having that always until we are not into a big company who can invest on us. So designs are just ideations or something, just solutions, something that we are suggesting. So if your suggestion is good, just put it on, that's all. I mean, and if you can create some proto or some, I didn't do. I have done only one proto of my bag. I didn't do two. So if you can do something yourself, just carry it. It's that's also just a visual representation, and it can be wrong also. And those jury members who are sitting there interview panel will be understand that, and it's not that technically verified thing, but still, if your concept is making sense, that's the whole thing.
Mhm.
This is what I felt with my interview things. I mean, with my portfolio.
So the portfolio she made was good, really good. The project were good enough. Maybe like once that phase will come, I will share all of these people's portfolio. So they have done a good amount of work. The story, the product, that the outcome, the journey of building
Yes.
something was good.
I had, I guess, only 1 month ka time for NID portfolio. So
Mm.
I
Right.
think the 6 month or 5 month ka preparation I had for CEED exam, I think I more than that I did in 1 month, because that time I took leave from my job. I wanted to sit focused on my work, because I know portfolio after the exam, everything is depending on your portfolio. So we have to make it perfect. And who were coming to compete with us, I mean, even whatever it is, I am using the same word, compete with us. They will be having a strong portfolio. So if we have to get a chance there, we have to make it better. So
True.
so we have to invest time on it. If you,
Mm.
I haven't got 1 month leave. Otherwise, I would have taken 1 month leave and I would have seen. So portfolio is the key
So
after that.
eventually in portfolio, the only thing that matters is how much effort you are giving
Yes.
in doing these steps or in doing those things.
Yes,
Like
correct.
a lot of people don't listen to me, but good that they listened. Uh, you have to do certain things. You have to talk with people. You have to understand those things.
Yeah.
So you have
And
done that.
I'll tell you one thing, like he asked me to go and interact with people, and I did it. Because like at some point when you reach that stage, you might understand we might be exhausted, or we might feel like I can write it. Why should I go and interact? I can imagine it and write, but
Right.
don't do that, please. You should do that. I mean, that interaction makes much difference. Much difference. Maybe from the interaction, you might be getting the same thing that you know, but okay, it's fine. Still interact with them.
You will become more confident.
More confident.
Hmm.
So, like, what if you are getting another perspective, another perception of the same things? So that
True.
will make a huge difference. So interact with people. That's the best thing. Like, okay, it's fine if it's your neighbor and it's fine. Go to talk to them. She might be having, and she's from another generation. She might be having another opinion. Talk with them. So that, I think interaction is another good thing if you are focusing on separation. Should be there. Interact with people.
Nice. Okay, now so everything is done.
Yes.
You got NID, you
Yeah.
cracked Roorkee, you cracked Delhi, finally selected Delhi. How is the college going? I guess it is few weeks, right? How many weeks?
It's been 1 week, like 1.5 weeks, almost 1.5 weeks I'm here, and class started last week. Actually, 4 days it's been. Class just started 4 days, and I have few works, but it's fine. Actually, I was really scared to come here because, as I mentioned, my design knowledge is not that great, and I'm coming for a master's course, so I was like, what if I'm not able to catch up? But I am like, Paldi is here. Paldi is teaching from the Paldi is one of the faculty. I mean, professor over here. So he's like teaching from the beginning, where we can do and we can explore. We here also started from the straight lines, drawing the straight lines, and it has reached somewhere else, like making a composition kind of thing. So in a different level, in a like you'll learn a lot from Manas class. Actually, that's very useful. Okay, one thing, attend Manas class properly. That will be helpful once you get into an IIT or NID. I feel like that. So those kind of things, we have been reached somewhere else, and I'm feeling really amazing to be here. Like I'm feeling so blessed to be here, because something that I always wanted, I'm feeling like I'm getting it. And the college is really amazing. Atmosphere is good.
How was the how is the duration of classes?
Duration of classes is like now it started from 9:30, and I think first day it ended around 6:30, and second day 7:30, and it goes on. I mean, but we won't get bored. That's another thing. We'll get enough tea breaks, everything. I mean, enough fun during the class, but still, we won't feel like, oh, I don't have a break. We'll be just focused on the work, and like it's. I'm not telling about me. All the 20, I guess 26 people in my class, all the 26 people are the same. They'll be like lost in their work. Oh, how to connect this line and that line, how to make it a circle now. So it's a really good thing, and it might get a like all night journey also. And seniors has
It will,
already
it will,
our
it will,
seniors has already,
it will.
experienced person is sitting here. Seniors has already told me that you will have to get your like mattress to class and sleep over there. And I have seen in BTS, I mean bachelors, they were having their jury last day. And when we finished a few of our works and we were leaving around 10:30, they put their mattress and they were like about to sleep there. And it's a different experience and you'll be able to enjoy. And I'm feeling like you'll be able to enjoy each and every moment.
There will
It's
be lot of nights where you will be sleeping in the department itself, where I have done.
yeah.
So there will be those times coming.
Thanks.
So the good part is like you already had that experience little bit where I have conducted 3 hours, 4 hours long classes. Those same things we will be facing in the college itself. So
Yes, yes.
our faculty have trained us in that way. Pali is one amazing faculty. So he used to take us around like more than 8 hours, six
Oh,
hours, 7 hours continuous classes. So if there those long classes where a lot of activities used to be given to us, and that's how my way of teaching. Now I guess you get an understanding
yeah,
why
yeah. Now I
my
understood that. It's keep on
mm,
going. I mean, we
yeah.
won't be able to stop it some.
So that's the reason why my classes were like that way, because that's something what I've learned from my faculties, doing
Okay.
activities and learning something rather than just learning something by reading. Activity is something what helps to understand. So you must have got the different sorts of activities, right? That's
Yes,
something
yes,
Paldi might have given.
yes, yes.
Crazy
More
kind of
on
exercise.
it's a starting, more like an origami, more like a
Mm,
polyhedron kind of things. Yeah. An architect called Anant Vishwanathan has been raised here. I mean, this
indeed.
faculty, I guess. So,
Mm,
so interesting things are coming.
good.
I don't know how it will be going. I mean,
It
it
will
might
go, it
be
will
a,
go amazing.
it'll be a lot, but still, I think we'll be able to enjoy it and do it. And
Mm,
another thing, I'm doing industrial design over here. But like I'm telling this because I always had a perception in my mind that industrial design is something else that won't open lot of uh, opportunities in a way that it will be just focused on something. But it's not, guys. It's up to you. If you want to be a UI UX designer, you can. If you want to be a product designer, you can. If you want to be in visual media, you can. Or whatever, it's up to you. I mean, they'll train you accordingly, and after that, you will have to focus and they support us. And the faculty group over here is really, I should say that.
Okay, okay, nice. Now let's come to the little bit closer to our discussion. So I just want to know like some piece of advice from your side. Like these are the things that you will be advising to the students because they're starting the preparation journey. So
Mhm.
we are ending July, and from August this midnight design course that I have will be starting
Mm.
that we had last year.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this
yeah.
will be starting from August and the enrollment are going on. But from your side, what are the things that you'll be advising these
Okay.
students from your side?
Okay, like I think if you can keep a certain period of time every day, it will be the best thing that you can do because that consistency matters in work.
Mhm.
So what you should do for that is you should set up your mind. So, I mean, you should make that decision like, I will invest this much time every day. And if you made your mind like that, I will, you should do that and you should invest that time. And it doesn't matter, I mean, actually, what you're doing. If you're able to sit on the table for 1 hour, or I'm not telling like that, you should frame according to your comfortability, but if you are able to sit on a table, like according to the time you have decided, whatever you do over the table, it doesn't matter, but you should sit there. You should make your focus to the work. So that's the main thing you should start with. I think you should make your mind to sit on a table at least for minimum for 1 hour per day. Maybe start with that. If you have more time, you're free to do a lot, but still do that. Consistency matters a lot. So
Hmm.
that's what I found better when I joined the class because classes there, so I have to join every day. So that is how I framed my consistency. Otherwise, I would have just come from office and I would have just slept off. So I was not able to because I had this thing, oh, classes that I have to attend. So
Hmm.
that is how, like, everyone will have different things to make their own comfortable way of things. So just see what will be comfortable for you and frame it according to your preference. That's all thing. Then open to learn. I mean, you might feel something is very small. I mean, I know that already. Why should I do it again? There is nothing like that actually. You can learn. I mean, it's like you might know it. I'm not telling that you won't do it. You might know it. You will be very pro in that, but still, uh, be open to learn. Again, learn from the basics. Just think in a way that is just adding to your knowledge. So it's fine to learn from the low and again basis. Oh, it's fine.
Mhm.
That's
Anything else apart from these 2 points? One is obviously consistency,
yeah.
really very important. Don't miss it. Like whoever will be watching this video or you people, don't miss it. Consistency is one big thing that a lot of people miss it, but it is really very important
It's
thing.
really important. It's really
Mm. Second stuff, obviously,
just
having that
open
mm,
to learn.
open
And
to it.
I already mentioned that be open for the criticism also. If you are giving something to someone to review it, try to hear them for a minute, like whether you can get something from that. I believe in that thing. Whoever makes a comment, there will be something that you can get, something like maybe some one point. I mean, there are chances that there won't be anything, but still it's fine. I mean, if you can get a 1 point, I consider it as a gain actually, because something like people can teach us a lot. I mean, with interaction, we learn a lot. I believe in that actually.
Mm,
So
mm,
that's another thing. Then preparation and all, I have already mentioned that. I think that you can't follow anyone actually. You should create something that's suitable for you. You can take guidance from people how they prepared, how well they work, what all things they have gone through. Then make a schedule for you. I mean,
Because there are a lot of people whom I will be calling. This is the first one that I'm
yeah,
calling.
yeah, yeah.
I will be bringing more people. So, like this year from DISA, almost 14 people have got into different IITs. So, so I'll be calling them one by one. So, starting with Ritu, and then there were 3 last year students. I will be calling them next, I guess. So, I'm planning a lot of things which I will be uploading in YouTube. But yeah, like listen to everyone that Ritu is saying, and then
Listen to everyone because the way of preparation for everyone is different, and the way of preparation for a person who just graduated will be very much different from mine. And
hmm,
a person who was on a break, who took a 1 year break and prepared at home, that will be entirely different from mine. So see what they have done, what you can take from that, how can you implement that in yours, I mean preparation things, and make a completely proper schedule for you. That's the best thing you can. I mean, that's how you should frame your schedule, and you should work like that. And understand which is your weak portion, strong portion, but train both of them equally. If you are strong in one, that doesn't mean that you can leave it. You should focus on that also. But I mean, let both grow together. I mean, you just need to focus on it. I don't have any much advices or something to
that's
give you.
that. These are really good points actually. These are
There's
needed
a few
needed to the
things.
students for the students.
There's a few things I followed before also. I mean, even in my schooling and everything, I'm still following and I'll be following this. I mean, this is something that's in me. So, and I'm not telling that I always follow, but I love to follow. I love to do this, and I always try to do this. That's it. And once you get into some colleges like this or wherever, you'll have to do more. So you have to be on track.
Hmm.
So this
Right.
kind of consistency might help you everywhere, I think.
Correct. Okay, now the stage is open for you people. पूछो
Uh,
जो भी पूछना है, you can ask her uh, doubts that you have, any questions that you want to ask her. मेरे side से तो I've asked lot of stuff, and जितना हो सकता है I have digged out her journey. Now, whatever you guys want to ask, पूछ सकते हो.
मेरे पास
हाय।
थे काफी क्वेश्चंस बट
हाँ,
देन अभी सब
जरूर.
कुछ आंसर हो चुका है.
अच्छा. That's the best part of my podcast. Okay. Many a times that's something what I get as a feedback. Like
Sorry, your
when I
name
used
was
to.
Shamaila.
Shamaila.
Yeah. You are
So
caring for bachelor's or master's?
masters.
For
Oh,
masters.
nice. You can, I mean, you people can contact me anytime. I mean, Manas might have my number. Manas has my number, or you can text me on Instagram or whatever. I'm in a group called This Our Family, or you can just, I'm open to help because I also got into it here because of the help. I seeked help from a lot of people. So I'm very much open to do that. And if I'm not able to do that, I will ask someone to help you. That's also another thing. So you can always.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hers.
Hi, I'm Harsh. So,
Hi.
I'm asking that when you are practicing part A or part B for the second time, like
Hmm.
second time or third time,
Okay.
like, don't you get the feeling that you have done it earlier or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that?
yeah, I'll get that. So, part A in this term, part A approach and part B approach is different. Part B is like first time I have done might have been very basic. Second time I improve it a lot in terms of drawing also, in terms of idea also. And sometimes what happened there is like I might have been thinking that this idea is something new. I mean, like better than last time, but it ended up in reverse way. First idea might have been better. So
Hmm.
there I was able to analyze myself. There I was able to review myself. Okay, these are the different level of ideas I can give. That is another thing. Part A was speed. So when I have done it, first time I might have taken half an hour to solve one question. Second time I will understand the solution. I mean, the solving things will be the same. But actually, once we go through a lot of questions, we'll forget the answer. I mean, it's not like we'll remember, oh, this is option C. And this is again option C. It won't be like that. And if I had taken half an hour before, it might have gradually reduced to 15 minutes. That you may not have, I mean, noticed, but it will happen. So basically, uh, even though I might feel the questions are very familiar to me, I might know even the questions by heart, but it won't affect in the answer. We'll be improving in one way or another way. So it won't,
Like,
yeah.
it will enhance like the way of solving.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
So
So,
like, uh,
yeah.
and at the same time, I told that if certain type of question is there, like counting angles of sides or something, I used to solve different type of those questions. So that method will get, I mean, stuck. I mean, I'll be very much confident. Okay, this is how I need to solve it. So that method will be by heart attack. So that's how we speed up. So that will help in your exam basically.
Hmm.
So speeding
Right.
up. Yeah. Anything else?
Like, for part B,
Yeah.
uh, like uh, every time you solve the same question, so like first time you solve, you have an idea. The other
Yes.
time you solve,
Huh.
like the same idea comes, or like a different approach will come.
Same idea I'll remember. Obviously, I'll remember the same idea. Oh, this is the something that I have done then. But I won't do that. It's not like I won't do that. I will do it in two ways. Either I'll try to forget that idea and I'll try to completely make something new. Or
Yeah.
if I'm, sometimes, I will blank out, like we won't be drained out, like we won't be getting any ideas. At that time, what I used to do is, I'll modify the existing idea. What I have done last time, either I'll
Mhm.
improve in a way that in drawing wise, I mean line quality, proportions, composition wise, I'll improve like that. Or else I'll think what else I can add into it. Or what if I remove something from it, how it can be, I mean, how can I make it better? So that is
Yeah.
the two way you should approach a question. You should improve it in the second attempt.
Hmm.
So that's, and
Because
sometimes it,
sometimes
yeah.
because sometimes it happens like I am solving the same question the other time like twice, and the same idea like comes to me, and I will like कि ये क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ.
Yeah, It happens. It's very common. It's nothing to be like that. It's very common because we are used to it. We have already thought, I mean, we have already invested our half an hour on it. So it will be there somewhere in our brain. So again, we'll be thinking of the same thing. So what you should do in that case, if you are able to think about something new, it's great. If it's not, it's fine. It's definitely fine. It's nothing like you should think something new. So at that time, you should think what I can make better. I mean, can I add some more elements to it? How can I make it more beautiful? If you are not getting anything, redraw it. I mean, try to forget what you have drawn pehle, like uh, suppose the compositions were like particular ways, try to make them stand somewhere else and all. So like that, you can just adjust and try. I mean, there is nothing to lose in trying. And
Yeah.
don't think like it's the same idea. It might be the same idea, and the same idea might be going through someone else's mind also. So you can't do like that. So it's fine. It's definitely fine to have the same idea again, but keep on improving.
Yeah.
I'll just
By
add
the
up,
way, I
add up
can.
here. I'll just add up here, Hers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So eventually, what C is trying to explain here is, even if it is just small improvement, that is an improvement. Even if it is a line improvement, that is an improvement. Even if it is some small, minute change that you are bringing to the existing idea or that you had done earlier, that is also an improvement. You are engaging your mind, right, Ritu? That's
Like,
something what
Yes,
you're trying to
it's
say.
correct. It's correct.
Yes,
like
Hers.
whenever we like do it second time, either we improve on the side of ideas or in the side of sketching also, like quality of the sketching or something. Yeah,
That's
got it. Got it.
correct.
By the way, I can relate so much to you because I am also like on a job right now, and I'm
Okay.
struggling between like job and like after hours to study.
Yes,
So I
yes.
can highly relate to you.
So I hope you might be able to connect with me, and I wish, like, I think you might be able to take something from my journey and implement that into your,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
more than what I have done. Now I don't have to regret, but still, you can do a more better because I had a lot of struggles in between. So just focus, give more time to your studies. That's all.
yeah. I've noted some things which you told. Yeah, I'll apply.
Yeah,
Apply.
take printouts and keep. I think that will be one of the main thing that's gonna help you because as you're working in a company. So
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Anyone else want to ask anything?
I wanted to ask.
Hi,
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, Asi, yes, Asi.
hi, this is Ashi and I'm
yes.
preparing for bachelor's. And
Hi.
is there any specific strategy you followed for part A?
Part A, like I knew a little bit of everything because I used to give some logical reasoning exams during my schooling time. So I had a bit idea about, I mean, already. So I never gave a different strategy. What I have been following is I have told once, like I used to find similar type of questions and I used to find what is the common factor solving everything. How will I explain it? Manas, is there anything that you can explain it better? Like,
Okay. So basically, I'll just give an idea what C is trying to explain. So whenever any certain set of questions are there, set of questions means like they are similar to each other. There will be definitely some hidden way to solve it, or techniques to solve it, or some approach to solve it. And if we try with first one, trying with the second one, the same approach, doing some change and trying with the third one, slowly what will happen is like you will get used to that way of solving that particular style of questions. And then again, if you move to the second type on next type, it will have its own flavor of own way of solving it. So that's something what Ritu is trying to explain,
yeah.
right, Ritu?
So if we are doing 5 similar questions, first one you might be feeling very tough. Second one you might be like, something from first question I can use it to second one. Third one it will be more easier. By the time you reach the sixth question, it will be very easy for you. It's very less chance you will be feeling it's tough. If you're feeling that stuff, that might be a that might be having something different. I mean, different perspective.
The approach or different way it needs to be
Yeah.
solved. The other
So
thing that I can add up maybe that's something what I've done during the courses. So if Ritu can remember, I used to ask them to solve the same question in a different
multiple.
approach,
Yes,
multiple approach.
that
So
also.
every people like I can call them their name also. Navneet was there. He used to bring some different perspective. Then
Yes.
other people used to bring some different perspective of solving that same thing in a different way.
Yeah.
So
So
maybe
that was something that really worked well with the group activity actually. So it was basically like I was having one approach, my teammate Agna was having another approach, Navneet was having another approach. So we all three will say, so we'll be like, oh, there are this many ways to find the same solution. So fighting out different approaches, if this one approach is helping me in one question, another might be helping me in another question. So that's another way. So basically, I think as you are preparing for bachelor's, you should, I think you should not stop. You should try everything. I mean, you should solve all the questions. Like you should try to solve. You should try to find all the approaches. Like, however, I mean, in whatever condition they are asking, you should be able to attend it. I mean, that's what I'm understanding. I'm not much aware of about how bachelor's questions comes, but I think more or less similar logical reasoning and all everything will be almost similar. So another thing that you can do, I feel like do a PYQ and understand. I mean, do 2-3 PYQs first, then understand how can you do the part A in a better way. I mean, you'll be able to find a strategy for you. I mean, you'll be able to understand what works for you. So that might be something that you can figure out for yourself. This is something I used to be doing. So you don't have to follow the exactly same. Do what is suitable for you. Because if you are forcefully trying to do like someone else, I mean, there might be better ideas like me, but you don't have to forcefully do just like someone else used to do, or someone used to explain in YouTube video, like Kalfa studio classes and everything used to be in YouTube video, and also I used to watch once in a while. So you don't have to do exactly the same, but take inspiration from that and find your own way. That's something better you can. And I think you have time, maybe 6 months is first you have. So start from now. I hope you have already started. So prepare again, prepare.
eventually घूम फिर के एक ही बात आता है, करो काम करो, PYQs करो, because she have done 4 times every PYQ.
And I know people who have done more than that. That's another thing. Yes, there
जो
are
करना
people.
है, बिना काम कुछ नहीं हुआ, you have to do.
And attend mock test if you are having a chance to attend it. Attend mock test, then there no need of PYQ. Another resources will be there available on Google and all. Like if I'm not wrong, I didn't try much. Like Manas and all can help you, and whoever comes after me to talk with you, they'll also might be helping you people. So use all the resources that's available if you are having time for it. Definitely you have to use it. That time, don't think like, oh, Hrithu didn't do anything, but she got into it. That's not the thing. Like, if I was also at your stage or something, I would have definitely tried. I mean, it's not like I would just sit idly. No, I would never.
So just asking, okay, if you haven't, like, if there was no job in your hand, not doing anything at a time, how much time you would have invested?
I would have invested like I don't know. I just take 8 hours for sleeping and 2 hours rest time. I would have invested all my rest time for studying. 100% sure, Manas, because that is from I planned that one. That's why I got the motivation to resign my job. I mean, I had that plan. I will study like this. Yeah. And it was never about the result. I never thought about the result. It's not like, and that's why I had that plan also. If it's not happening, I'll go for job again. That plan also I had, but I wanted to study like that. And then also it's not happening. That's another thing that I didn't think about it. That's another thing. But I
you would have given like complete 100% of your time.
100% dedication, which I was not able to give now. I regret in that, but even though I got into like, I was not able to give that 100%, but still, if I had time, I would have definitely, because I know how I prepared for portfolio. I have given my 100% in portfolio. I could have, I was able to do that in for my simple questions. So give your time, be, I'm genuine to yourself. That's all. If you want that, you should be preparing accordingly. I know, like everyone appears for this kind of exam with a lot of hope, dreams, and also if you have that, I'm sure that you'll work according to that. We have to achieve it, right? So we'll work according to that. So never be lazy on that. So think about something that's coming up. There is some better thing coming all the way once you clear this. That will give you all the motivation to work on.
Okay, yes. Anyone else?
Someone was asking me a question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smaila was asking, I guess.
Yeah, I was asking, did you also solve UCEED questions like along with SEED?
I did, but I didn't sit and do, like I had done it in my class. I mean, with Manas, like with my peers. I mean, group of people that we used to attend classes. I have done with that. That will also work. Seriously, that you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
do that also, because that's the how I have the idea bit about UC. I haven't done that much, but you should do. Okay, I mean, questions are questions. Solving one extra question is say benefit for you, so you should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like compared to SEED, UCEED are a little bit more tricky.
Yes, Arnav has told that somewhere. I remember, Manas. One of my friend does there, Arnav, who was appearing for bachelor's then. So he was told me once that you see it part is bit tough.
Tough.
Right, right.
So it's good for you. I mean, if you're solving that, obviously it will be easy for your seed paper. It will make easy, right?
Yeah, yeah. Right.
Ashi, you can try seed one also. You don't have to focus just on your seed. So do both. And the and question paper is coming from the same side, so there will be some similarity. It will be helping you.
Anyone else? No. Okay, I guess no. चलो ठीक है. I'm expecting more people to join for next person who I will be calling, because अभी course start हो रहा है, and then
Yeah.
more people might be joining. But
Yeah.
yeah, like whoever have joined, I guess at least they got a good understanding on
How to
how to prepare. Yes. So lastly, from my side,
Okay.
to Ritu, how was the experience of Midnight Design course?
How was the experience of?
Midnight Design course.
Oh, that's something I'll be always thankful. It's because I'm not telling this just because you are sitting here that you don't have to think like that. I'm telling to those people actually. Because I have already told this 100 times to you, because that's it. If I'm sitting here in this hostel room of IIT Delhi, it's just because of you, because whatever I have explained this in this class about the consistency I had, about the preparation I have been doing, about the portfolio I was doing, about different type of approaches maybe, and or maybe like learning drawing from the basic to the drawing a human properly. Everything I have learned from you from the beginning. I really don't have any doubt on that. So I was able to see my improvement in terms of drawing. Like even okay, I'm keeping the seed part apart, seed or NID part apart. My drawing skills has improved. If I'm able to do a lot of things today's here in this class, Manas, and your class has helped me a lot. So that is something that I'll be always grateful for. So whenever I used to write this exam and I come outside, I'll be happy in a way that I did it. I was able to do something I was never able to do. I doubt, even for the AICT or whatever exams I used to attend before, I doubt whether I have ever done a sketch of a human. I never even used to draw a human or something that's a bit tricky. I mean, I consider it as tricky. So I was always satisfied that, okay, I did something that I was never able to do. So that is just because I'm lazy. So, and I could have been just lazy and sit at home in different ways, but it didn't happen just because I was always involved in something. I was engaged with classes, and so that's just something really helped me. Really meant I don't know how to explain it. It's something very amazing that happened to me. I found a group of good people who helped each other to grow, and you will, guys, you will find a group of people who's dedicatedly working to get into IIT and NID. They will also help you. You will get the chance to interact with them. Like if you are not not attending this kind of courses somewhere else. Obviously, I don't think you'll be attending some other courses. So that interaction part is very much important. So it's not just your perception, someone else's ideas also you are getting. You are having a option to talk about it, discuss about it. That review thing is happening not just from Manas, from another, like I don't know how much of people, like 20 people over who are in your class, like you are getting another chance to do that. So that's another best thing that will happen for you in MPC. I would really recommend people MPC. It's not because I have done it, it's, not only because of that, it's because of you will get a design knowledge from that. That is rich. I mean, who is interested in to be in this field? If they want to build a base, it starts from MDC, then to IITs. So I believe. Thank you so much for making it happen.
Thank you for this lovely comments.
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually,
good.
my entire family is very much grateful for you because I was not having that confidence that I'll make it happen this soon, and so I never gave them that confidence to think like that. But once the result came, oh, something you also have done some magic, Manas. That's why it's
But I wished that all of the people would have got, but there were few mistakes, issue, and is bar ka to like the seed problem that they have created. If that wouldn't
yeah.
have happened,
Was one
more
case.
people have got the issue that
Yeah,
ITC have
they
done.
put that
And the
18%.
paper, huh? If that question wouldn't have been a mistake, then a lot of people might have gotten. I would be the most happiest person.
Yeah. I know that, but still, uh, like Desa being a like growing team, still we have a lot of this. I'm really like proud of that. It's like I'm being a part of this Desa family. Like, we are getting connections everywhere.
Hmm. Thanks. Okay, so yes, like from my side, that's it. Just last word it. That's the reason I just wanted to ask, like, how was your experience? So that it will be starting from now, and I am planning for next year, at least for more students to get into colleges.
I was
So
about to join you again. I mean, if it's not happening, then I was like, okay. I was telling my mommy, like, my classes will be anyways at night. So I'll take a rest before that. Then I'll attend Manas. I was planned everything before itself. But I was that sure about you.
but good that you got it.
It happened. Yeah.
A lot of people who were planning, like, okay, I will be continuing in Manas next year, have got.
They got
And
it.
then and eventually that's lost for me, right? Like I would have got more students for next year. But in alter side, it's good for me that
It's
people are getting.
getting.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you. Thank you for coming, Ritu. Giving your time and sharing all your approach, all your journey, so that that can be a good motivation for everyone. Um, and they can also prepare, not exactly copying your life,
No,
but
not
at least,
that this.
yeah, that's the biggest mistake that you will be doing if you do that. At least understand what are the way or mindset that you have kept. Not failing, fighting till the end, even after struggling with those different situation of eye problem and those things, she still kept on fighting. She didn't just lose her hope on giving effort, gave dedicated time, kept herself consistent, learned every moment. And it's not like कि लाइक ओके नहीं होगा, छोड़ देता हूँ. नो, you have to fight. That's the only thing that is there in your hand. If you have time, give more time. If you don't have time, be smart. The way she have handled those smart situations with paper printout and those things. So these things are really very important in preparation. And if you face those things, that is something what you can say is a journey, right? Next time when I will be calling you people, at that time, at least there'd be a story to say. Like that's how I have been finally selected into this college, right? So yes, thank you, Ritu, for coming
Thank you.
and giving your time.
All the best,
And
guys. I'm sure that you will make it into IIT or NID or wherever you are. And feel free to contact me if you want any help from my side. I'll be always available for you people. I really don't have an issue with giving something that I have with me. Then you can get my number or whatever you want from Manas if you guys want. Then that's all. All of us for your future. Thank you. Thank you, Manas.
thank you. Lastly, before closing, so my course, Midnight Design course, is starting from August mid this year. So you can enroll whoever is interested. So that will be starting yeah, soon. So see you guys. Next podcast will be there again, which I'll be calling another person again with another story. Okay. See you. Bye. Bye guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.